The State Election Commission has responded to the Marshal of the Sejm, Szymon Hołownia. His conclusions on Kamiński and Wąsik were premature. On the 21st of December, Speaker Szymon Hołownia signed an order extinguishing the mandates of two Law and Justice deputies. Mariusz Kamiński and Maciej Wąsik had 3 days to appeal to the Supreme Court. However, the Speaker did not want to wait and requested the State Election Commission to provide the names of Law and Justice candidates who will be eligible to take the seats after the deputies' departure. Now the State Election Commission has responded to the Speaker. These requests were premature at the time, as the deadline for appeals had not even begun to run at that time, against the decisions of the Speaker of the Sejm on the determination of the expiration of the mandate. At the same time, the State Election Commission has presented the names of those who may take up these seats. After MP Mariusz Kamiński, Monika Pawłowska could be the first to take her seat. Interestingly, the State Election Commission did not refer to Maciej Wąsik's mandate, as the Speaker ultimately did not request the Commission to do so.
Wystąpię najpewniej w dniu jutrzejszym.
I will most likely address Miss Monika Pawłowska tomorrow to ask her whether she is exercising her right of priority to take the seat after Mr. former deputy Mariusz Kamiński.
Mandatu po panu byłym pośle Mariuszu Kamińskim.
However, the key issue in this case is the ruling of the Supreme Court's Extraordinary Control and Public Affairs Chamber, overturning the Marshal of the Sejm's decision to terminate the mandates of Wąsik and Kamiński.
My musimy się opierać na przepisach prawa obowiązujących.
We have to rely on the laws of Poland. The only competent chamber to rule on appeals against the order of the Speaker of the Sejm on the expiration of the mandates is the Chamber of Extraordinary Control and Public Affairs of the Supreme Court.
Sądu Najwyższego.
However, the other person in the Polish state chose a different chamber, skipped the sub-office and sent his office worker to personally submit the appeal documents to the Secretariat of the Labour Chamber. Now the Speaker is changing his narrative. Yesterday he stated that the document should be considered by yet another chamber, the criminal chamber. That is when it could be discussed, but it went to the Chamber of Control, which has no authority to refer to the District Court's judgment in a criminal case. In view of the above judgment of the District Court, it has its competences, and I am having a debate with the Supreme Court on whether my certificate made sense or not.
Sąd Najwyższy, Izba Kontroli Nadzwyczajnej.
The Supreme Court, the Chamber of Control, is the only statutory chamber to the Supreme Court to hear these appeals.
Poznawania tych odwołań.
However, the Marshal of the Polish Sejm does not recognise these decisions. Maciej Wąsik and Mariusz Kamiński were not allowed into the Parliament building yesterday. They were prevented from doing so by the Marshal's Guard, acting on orders from the Marshal. Not only did MPs not enter the Sejm, Marshal of the Sejm Hołownia closed some of the entrances to the Sejm to other MPs to make it difficult for Kamiński and Wąsik to enter in their presence. Marshal of the Sejm Hołownia is a tool in the hands of Tusk, who, after all, said he would apply the law as he understands it. The Marshal of the Sejm changes the narrative every now and then. After he announced his decision to expire the mandates of the deputies, he let them use their mandates. We were at the meeting on the 22nd of December where we voted, and he said that he had expired our mandate with a decision. But after all, you have an appeal route. The Marshal of the Sejm has a huge problem with this situation because he disgraced himself. The commentary of the State Election Commission on the decision shows that there are no seats left after Wąsik and Kamiński because the State Election Commission said that the decision to vacate their seats was sent prematurely before the possibility of an appeal. Łukasz Muda, TV Republika. Russian drones hit a residential area in Mykolaiv early on Thursday, causing fire and damage, according to Ukraine's State Emergency Service in the Mykolaiv region. Emergency services released footage showing rescuers working to extinguish a fire in the aftermath of the attack. It happened at 1 a.m. or close to it. I don't know. I was sleeping here on the sofa. I don't remember everything. The attack left no casualties but damaged at least 20 buildings, Mykolaiv Mayor Alexander Senkevich said. Ukrainian air defense and mobile drone hunter group shot down 11 out of 17 Russia-launched drones over 4 regions of the country, the Air Force said on Thursday. It said in a statement that the Iranian-made Shahed drones were downed over the Odessa and Mykolaiv regions in the south, Dnipropetrovsk region in the southeast, and the central Vinnytsia region. Meanwhile, the United States Senate has rejected a bill that dealt with, among other things, support for Ukraine, Israel, and border security with Mexico. The bill was valued at $118 billion, tightened migration regulations, and would have provided assistance to Ukraine to defend itself against the Russian invasion and to Israel in its fight against Hamas. Germany sent a powerful air defence frigate on Thursday to join a European Union naval mission in the Red Sea, which will be launched in mid-February to protect merchant ships from attacks by Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi militia. Many commercial shipping lines have diverted vessels following attacks by the Houthis, who control much of Yemen and say they are acting in solidarity with the Palestinians as Israel and Hamas wage war in Gaza.
Da uns allen bewusst ist, dass wir hier in eine konkrete
As we are all aware that we would enter a real danger scenario, a possible hot firing situation, we agreed from the start that we could only send an enduring and very well trained unit, a vessel, into the region. The Hessen is the ship. There is no unit in the German Navy that is better prepared, trained and better equipped for such a mission. Free sea trade routes are the basis of our industry and our capability to defend ourselves. The Red Sea, and you know that about 90% of all supply lines into Europe and Germany are sea routes. The Red Sea is the second most important sea route in the world. What happens if this route is interrupted? You could see in the Ever Given crisis 3 years ago.
die Produktion einstellen.
The United States and other countries in December launched a mission to allay fears that disruption in one of the world's top trading arteries could hit the global economy. But some United States allies, notably European countries, have raised reservations about the plan, which has seen the United States and the United Kingdom launch airstrikes on Houthi position, and balked at the idea of being under Washington's command. The German frigate Hessen left its North Sea port of Wilhelmshaven for the Red Sea, but its participation in the mission still hinges on a European Union mandate and national parliamentary approval, expected at the end of February. The vessel is built for air defence, equipped with radars that can detect targets at a range of up to 400 kilometres, and missiles to shoot down targets such as ballistic missiles and drones at a range of more than 160 kilometres.